Yo guys, it's CFB, welcome back to a brand new video, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a huge video, huge video, because this is the must wins for us. It is a huge video, biggest game of the season. You're not going to get a bigger game this season, well, obviously not now, but like, this is the biggest game of the season now. Chelsea versus Manchester City FA Cup semi-final, or you can say Man City versus Chelsea, whatever way you want to spin it, because neither team are at home. It's at Wembley Stadium. FA Cup semi-final, which is a must-win. For us to get into European football, we've got to win this to get to the final, and then we've obviously got to win the final. But before you get to a final, you've got to win the semi-final, and it's against Manchester City, one of the best teams in the world. You can't get a bigger game than this season. So yeah. Before we do get into the match preview, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so notified every time I load a video. Also, first link in the description of my streaming channel. Go and check that out. It'd be very much appreciated. And yeah, let's jump straight into the video. By the way, I know I'm wearing the old shirt. I just wear this in the gym. Just come out of the gym, so I need to go for a shower after this because I kind of stink. But you know what I'm saying. But yeah, let's jump straight into the video. Chelsea versus Manchester City FA Cup semi-final. I can't lie, before that 6-0 victory against Everton, I was dreading this game. I was looking at this game thinking, with Everton coming up, a bogey team, I'm not looking forward to this run of games. But you know what? Recently, we've been racking up a little bit of form. As of late, we've racked up a little bit of form. Obviously, we went and beat a bogey team, Everton, 6-0. We absolutely destroyed them. That obviously doesn't really play a part into Manchester City because you can't really compare Everton and Manchester City. They're not the exact same teams. They're different qualities, obviously. But I tell you what, going into this semi-final, we've got to have a little bit of confidence here because we're on a bit of an unbeaten streak at the moment, albeit, like I always say, the football's not great to watch. We don't have an identity. We don't have a style of play. But hey, we're on an unbeaten run here. We're going off a little bit of form. And you could say Man City are starting to, well, they're not really starting to drop off if you're being real, but they have just lost, obviously, in the FA Cup, the Champions League quarterfinals. They lost, obviously, to Real Madrid. So they're going to be a little bit dimmed down, if you know what I'm trying to say. And real quick, actually, before we continue with the preview, I just want to quickly laugh at Arsenal. Well done. You'll never be Chelsea Football Club. You'll never be Chelsea Football Club. London is forever blue. Chelsea football heritage. And you know what you call Arsenal and Champions League? Bottle heritage. You know what I mean? Football heritage. Arsenal bottling in Europe. Football heritage. I love it. You'll never ever win a Champions League as I'm alive. You won't win a Champions League when I'm alive. You know what I'm trying to say? That's all I'm saying. So, in fact, you can come to this video right here, right now. We will win a Premier League and a Champions League before Arsenal win the Champions League. That's what I'm saying. We will win it again. So, in fact, before Arsenal win a trophy. Yeah, I'm going full ballsy. But yeah, let's move straight on to the video again. So, Man City, obviously, they got knocked out of the Champions League as well, which is quite funny as well, but more funny for Arsenal. They are either going to come in two moods. They're going to be coming in two moods. They're either going to be fuming and they're ready to take their anger out on us and we're going to get pummeled 5-0 because let's be real, Man City are Man City. Or they're going to be a bit dimmed down, fed up, tired, fatigued because let's be real, they've played sooner than us. We've had a rest. They're probably going to be shattered and everything like that coming into the semi-final, and who knows, they might just dim down on tools on Pep and they might not get the job done because they're still angry from the exit of the Champions League. That could happen. And I'm obviously hoping that happens. But let's be real, it's Manchester City. They've got two teams. No matter even if they played a day before a game, they're going to be ready and fired up for the next game because they're always 100% fit. And they've got two teams that are just simply A-star standard. You know what I mean? They've got a brilliant squad. You can't deny that. With winning mentalities and stuff like that, so you can't deny that. I know our team definitely won't look at Man City and go, "Oh, this is an easy game." I know we're definitely not going to look at that, but it's like I said, this is our biggest game of the season. We need to win this to get to the final, and there's a trophy on the line. There's a trophy on the line. If we win the FA Cup, we've won more trophies in our worst seasons in the last 20 odd years, the last 2 decades, compared to Arsenal in their best season with their best team in the last 20 decades, and we still win more trophies than them. Imagine, that would be perfect, absolutely perfect. But we can't look that forward yet. Because we've got probably the best team in the world standing in front of us. We're being real, they probably are the best team in the world. And yeah, we actually do quite well against Man City usually. Well, this season we've actually done quite well. We drew 4-4 in that first game, where it was an electric game. In fact, I'm going to come out and say we've had some of the best games in the Premier League this season. We've been shocking in the whole season, but we've had some of the best games. The 4-4 we had with Man City. We also had the 1-1 draw with Man City. We've played quite well against City. And that's mainly because we actually do quite well against teams that actually like to come at us and press against us, because we can break on counter-attacks and we can play our football against those type of teams. It's the smaller teams, the teams that like to sit back and try and break us and let us have all the ball and all the time for ages, that they're the teams that we don't usually do well against. Even in the Carabao Cup final, until extra time, we were taking on Liverpool. The game was there to be taken, but obviously we ended up not taking a game to them. So, against these teams that like to come at us, we do better in. And like I said, we've had great games against City this season. The 4-4, the 1-1. They're still yet to beat us this season. So they've got 2 draws against us. We like to play against that type of football. So I do think we're going to play well tomorrow. But it depends on what type of team, this type of team Poch sets out. And depends on the tactics Poch set out. Because if he plays the exact same way he did... Because there's going to be a winner in this. It's not going to be a draw, obviously. There's going to be a winner in this. A winner has to be decided in this. Let's just say it does go to extra time. If Pochettino... If it's a draw and it goes to extra time... that's the only way it can go to the extra time. I don't know what I'm on about. And Poch switches to the same tactics that he did against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final, then you can cancel the game out. And we'll lose again. I cannot stress how much he has to get this right tomorrow. I cannot stress. Because I want a trophy, man. I want a trophy. You know, I want European football. I want some sort of European football. I want Europa League. I'll take Europa League. You know what I mean? I want something, you know what I'm saying? I want something. And even if that means, if you came to me, and as you all know, I'm the biggest Poch out guy. I've been screaming on this channel for ages, Poch out. Pretty much since he came in. I won't go that far, I'll give him a chance. But if you tell me you win the FA Cup, you get Europa League next season, but you have to keep Pochettino next season, I'm taking it because I want a trophy, man. I want a trophy. So, that's just my thoughts on that. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. What your thoughts are. Would you take that as well? If you're a Chelsea fan, you've got to be taken off. If you don't take that offer, then I don't think you are a Chelsea fan. I'll be completely honest. But it's going to be tough, man. It really is. I think City are missing Haaland and De Bruyne as well. I think they're missing Haaland and De Bruyne. Like I said, they've played more recently than us as well. They played obviously like 2 days ago. So they will probably be more tired than us, even though both teams shouldn't realistically be tired. They're both Premier League standard teams. They shouldn't be tired after that long. But we've had a longer rest. I don't know. This is the team I'd go for tomorrow, though, guys. So this will be the team I'm going to go with for tomorrow. So we've had actually some injury news. Apparently, Enzo Fernandez is back in training. Enzo's back in training. And Reece James is back in partial training, and same with Nkunku. Nkunku's back in partial training as well. So I guess Reece and Nkunku will probably be back for the last 2 or 3 games of the season, maybe. Which, I don't know. No point, really. I say save them until next season. Don't risk any injuries. But, hey, it'll be nice to see him at the end of the season, really. But yeah, either way, let's go for the team I'll go for tomorrow. So Petrovic in goal, I'm going with. Marc Cucurella left back, Thiago Silva, Disasi as your 2 centre backs. I'm going Gusto right back, Conor Gallagher, Caicedo double pivot. I know. Madueke off the left, Chukwueze in the cam, Palmer off the right, and then Jackson as the ST. So I pretty much kept the team the same, bar Disasi, and I will come to that now. So let's go through why I've chosen to play. So Petrovic, standard. I've seen a lot of people say bring back Sanchez for this game. What are you talking about? Remember the last game he played in, he didn't make a single save. So Petro goes in for me. Marc Cucurella comes in. Now, I don't think Cucurella's been that bad for us this season. I don't think the last couple of games haven't been bad. Chilwell, on the other hand, hasn't been good. But I don't know what I'm saying, but to be fair, I think Cucurella, I was going to come up with a point for Chilwell, but I can't remember it now, and the point I just realised anyway was completely void, and obviously it completely went off my brain, so I would choose Cucurella. I think Cucurella is, what the hell's that, better for this team right now. I think he's a more solid option, plus he played in the last game, he did quite well. Thiago Silva, keep him in. So that's it with Thiago Silva, keep him in. I think his experience will be key in this type of game. Disasi. Now, why have I changed Trevor Chalobah with Disasi? I love Trev. If you know me and you either follow me on Twitter and you see some of my opinions, you will know I back Trevor Chalobah to the hills. I love the guy. I think he should be staying in the squad next season. That's how good he is. But for against City, I think aerial duels wise and strength wise, for dealing with Haaland, if he is available tomorrow, like I said, I think he is injured if I'm not mistaken. But if he's not, for dealing with Haaland, I think Disasi is more capable for that. Plus, let's be real here, Disasi's best performance he put in the Chelsea shirt so far, in his Chelsea career, was against City in that 1-1 draw, where he was, honestly, defensively, it was exceptional from Disasi. I haven't seen a performance like that from a defender for a while, since TT was in charge. Like, in this season, where he was wearing this shirt, probably Rudiger, he was immense. Disasi was that game. Brilliant. Keep him in there. Like I said, strength and aerial dueling wise as well is quite a big part. Trevor Chalobah aerial wise and strength wise isn't the best, but he's great at intercepting the ball, great at tackles, great at getting a foot in there as well. But I think for this game, I think I'm going with Disasi, because I think we're going to play more defensive and look to break Man City. I think that's what we'll look to do. Gusto, obviously, self-explanatory, class. Gusto, keep up what you're doing. Conor Gallagher-Caicedo. Now, this is where I get a bit worried, because if Enzo was fit, Enzo goes in instead of Gallagher, and that's nothing to do with Gallagher. In fact, I actually think I was a little bit harsh on Gallagher against Everton, albeit I didn't think he did anything special. I don't think he did anything special against Everton. I still think he was around average. He just did his job decently. That's it. He didn't do anything amazing or anything like that. But I think against City, let's be realistic, City, Everton, City are going to push the living crap out of him if he's in that double pivot. They're going to push the living, pardon my French, shit out of him. And he will be the one they will look to press. And I can already see defensively this double pivot is going to be skeweth everywhere. But one thing it does do is, I say it gives Enzo a rest, but like at what cost? This is one of our biggest games of the season. I'd rather Enzo be in this game. I'd rather be in this game. I don't know if he'll make it though. That's why he's not in. But if he is there, ready, 100%, I've got to be honest, I would choose Enzo. I think he could control the game more. I think he's less press resistant. Well, he is way less press resistant than Gallagher. But I think it's the only double pivot we could possibly go to. Caicedo, got full faith in. He played a brilliant game against Everton. Probably the best game I've seen him playing a Chelsea shirt. Keep it up what you're doing. Noni left on the left. Mudryk did nothing against Everton. It wasn't bad. But he wasn't good. He just didn't do anything really. I feel like for this game, I feel like Noni deserves a start. I think Noni did better in the Everton game. I think Noni did better in the Sheffield game where he scored a goal. Noni deserves a run of games at the moment, honestly, over Mudryk. And again, it's nothing to Mudryk. He's not been awful. If he plays instead of Noni, I'm not really going to complain, to be fair, I'll be honest. But I think Noni deserves a run of games. I think he deserves it. So I'm going to go with Noni. Carney and the Cam as well. Carney deserves a run of games as well, just as much as Noni. And I think against City, I think he'd actually play a good game. I think against City, I think that's the type of game he is built for. This is the type of teams he does well against and he excels in. So I'll go with Carney there. Palmer, obviously, this is why I can't give Nolly on the right because Palmer's just been unbelievable. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's been unbelievable. Obviously, bloody 4 goals in the last game. Unbelievable. He's got to stay in. Self-explanatory. Jackson, obviously the only striker we could possibly go to. But not just that, he scored a good goal against Everton. That's what I want to see him do in the box against teams. If the ball comes in, put your arm out. Put your arm... Look at that muscle. Put the arm... Well, you won't even be able to see it because there's a picture there. You put your arm out. Shield him off. Great touch in the air to bring the ball down. And he hits it in the bottom left-hand corner. Mwah! Brilliant. I couldn't ask for anything more from a striker. Just keep doing that on a more regular basis. I get it. Man City's defence is going to be way harder than Everton's. But I tell you what, if Jackson could do that against City, I will be loving it. I'll be loving it. There's no... Don't get me wrong, there's a thrill every time someone scores a goal. Anyone scores a goal, there's always a thrill. But when a striker gets a goal, it's more of a thrill because you're number 9. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, I want to see Jackson do more of that. I want to see him do more of that. Because I've only really seen that once where he's been a proper threat in the box. So, I'm hoping he can keep that up. That's the team lineup I'll go for tomorrow. Let me know in the comments down below what yours would be. So, score predictions. Oh, God. Do you want me to be completely honest with you? I did this with the Liverpool Carabao Cup game. I did this with the Liverpool game in the Carabao Cup final. I have a feeling my head is telling me. I gotta be honest. On this channel, I'm down to earth. I've got to be honest. My head is telling me we're gonna lose 2-0. But my heart is saying Chelsea are gonna win. It's going to be a draw 1-1. And it's going to go to penalties and we're going to nick it on penalties. We're going to nick it in penalties. But I've got to be honest, guys. I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to go with my heart. Come on. Chelsea are going to win on penalties. It's going to be 1-1. I'm telling you, City are going to be fatigued more than us. We're going to take the game to them. It's going to go to 1-1 because let's be real, we've got to respect Man City. They are a brilliant team still, even if they're going to be more fatigued than us. And we're going to make City cry even more and make them lose 2 times in cup competitions on penalties in the same week. Come on, Chelsea, we're doing it. The reason why I'm saying this is because I put my blue tinted glasses on. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm always going to back the heart. I'm always going to back the heart. Especially in cup competitions, Chelsea do prove me right. I was going to say prove me wrong then. Prove me right, because I'm so used to saying Chelsea prove me wrong, so I always predict negative results. Prove me right, Chelsea. Come on. Up the Chelsea. Let me know your comments down, your predictions down below, and I'll see you after the FA Cup semi-final tomorrow. Yeah, notification bell on for an hour after the game, because obviously video will come out an hour after the game. Like and subscribe. Now, I heard it as well, if you drop a subscribe, we will win the FA Cup. So manifest it. Up the Chelsea. Come on. Peace.